Hey everyone, here with regional topper Tony. Tony, you want to start us off?
Yeah, sure. I got second place this weekend at the Richmond Regional. I went 7-0 and lost in the final to my friend Karan. He just bullied me with fish drills and hand traps. I played Memento this past weekend. Sorry. Yeah, you're good. And I just was testing for YCS Orlando, and I decided to just test like this no hand trap build, and it kind of worked out, which kind of surprised me. So.
Nice. Let's jump into the main deck first.
Sure. We're going to start with, you have 3 Anguich, the Roto of the deck, and the next best extender is the Tasakunucho, however you say his name. Just foolish as guys. These are your best extenders, best starters. And then I played 2 Darkblade and then 2 Goblin. This guy just loses to every hand trap. Fua, I don't know. This one just plays harder into Fua. This one plays harder into Meowsy. But because you play the Goblin spell, you play 2 Goblin.
You running into issues with normal summons in this?
You run into the chance. Well, the problem with the normal summons only if you don't open the spells. So that's the only issue is when you open like only these guys. Like if you open hands of these with no spells, you have a chance of it. Usually happens like once. You have to hope they don't have a hand trap or you just play through it. And then a bunch of 1-ofs is Mace, Gaddock, Sheeply, Akihiron, Trihorn, and the Creation King. These are all just required. Best brick, best extender guy.
How often does the attacking directly come up?
About half the time. Usually when they have a big board, you either attack directly using his effect, or you banish Bone Party, just attack everything with him, and that's how you usually win the game. If they barrier you, you just go through access code lines, and you just kill them that way anyway.
Nice.
And then, the only hand drop I played was Fua. I got really tired of just being ashed on Fua, and or like you go Veiler and they go whatever, because every deck can play through one Veiler, and then they talent you, and then I lose my engine pieces because this is the fusion deck, so you need these pieces to play. So that was my logic behind it. So those are all the monsters I played. And then for the spells, I played the 3 Bone Party, the 3 Fusion, the Field Spell. These are just the bread and butter of the deck. Best card and best card. And then the additional extender is the Goblin Quick Play spell. That's why I play 2 Goblin, because if you open the Goblin in this, you just can't play. So, and this is just able to dodge hand traps. The 1 Prosperity, and then the rest is just board breakers. It was 3 Droplets, 2 Thrusts, Snake Eyes, Submersion, a Salesman, Talents for my Thrust targets, and then 3 Imperm. You'll see in the side in a second. This card was the best card all weekend. This card is actually just gas. So I Salesman like a Requiem, I Salesman Detonator, Salesman White Binder, you Salesman Ash, Veiler, Imperm, Nib, whichever card you feel like you're losing to. Sometimes when my hand's really good, I'll beat all the hand traps, so I'll play through the Veiler Ash or Imperm, and then I'll just call like Nib or something, so then I can go for the big board and not be scared of Nib. So this card was just amazing. I just won so many games just by calling cards.
What do you think about playing more copies of Salesman, or do you think it's enough with the Thrust?
Because this is still a going first deck, I did not want to brick on this, because it's not like Cross Out or Call by the Grave, because you just can't, like, you're calling blind, right? You're looking at your hand and you're just calling blind on what your hand loses to, so. And then something juice to other cards. So it was just I wanted to test it out, and there's more copies in the side for the Ryzeal matchup.
Yeah.
This card came up twice for like Baguska. It's not good in Detonator and stuff, but it's good into like Griffin. They don't make SP, or they make Caesar, or all those kind of cards. Baguska to out that.
What about Prosperity? I know you were running Extract for a bit.
It just. We realized that Extrav is good, but we realized that it just doesn't get you to the pieces you need. So the point was originally Extrav was to Ash bait, but no one Ashed it. So then you would just draw like 2 bricks, and they didn't help you play, and then your combo would still lose to Impermash. So this is just better. And you'll be able to side it out and stuff like that. So
how many cards is the main deck?
41. You could cut a fusion to go down to 2 fusion because that's very playable, but 41 seems to be really good for me in this deck since Anaheim just like siding patterns. 41 has just been really clean.
Nice.
I can go down to 40, but then it's really awkward with siding.
Yeah.
For the side is 3 Creation King and 2 of this guy.
This is the extra deck, right?
Yeah, this is the extra deck. I people play 2. I swear by 3 because you banish 1 for field spell, 1 gets in the grave. You just want to be able to make another one and recycle your resources sometimes. It really does come up. And then the second one of this is really just because cash cards still exist. You can get away with 1, but it's just nice to have. And these are just your best cards to play. And the honorary guy, Chimera, sometimes you make them. And then for the links, it's an Anima, a Herald, an SP, an Artemis. a Lina, a Dark, a Selene, and an Axis Code. So these two work together, and you climb up into this. So that's how you kill sometimes, or you bait nib with this, and then these pieces are just for your end board. This is Spell and Trap Negate, and this is so you just never lose the nib.
Yeah. How often are the charmies coming up? Are you taking anything useful with them?
No, it's really just the climb. It's just really just used to climb. So I wasn't playing this for a while, and it came up because like there's just a lot of light in the format with the Ryzeal and the Fiendsmith. And like this is like the worst card ever. Like there's like the 0 darks. The only thing you ever take is an SP or a Bestial. But a lot of your cards are dark. So
Sweet.
And then the honorary like pray card and hope you get your turn back.
Yeah.
And then for the side was 3 Lancia, 3 Belt. I want these to be Meows. I just don't have it yet. Probably get it for Orlando because the Malice matchup is horrid. And then just more board breakers for the thrust targets to this and this. They didn't make one Mouse player didn't make a Griffin with IP. They made it IP about Griffin and another guy, and I had this and Bell. So I just lightning stormed all of his monsters. Bell did GW and he died. So that was really cool. And then I put this in against Ryzeal so you can hit the cross because crosses is just annoying. You can beat the detonator. You can't. Cross is annoying sometimes. And then 2 more cards was 2 more sail bands for the Ryzeal matchup. You just call Caesar or detonator and they just can't do anything. Yes, technically Ulti Slayer is better, but I wanted to experiment with Linas and stuff, and that's with the concession you have to make. You can't play the aggregator if you want to play the Lina.
Nice.
And the going first cards is 2 Ash, Callbite, and the Trap card, the Pops. This was simply because I'm still learning how to play under Meows, and I just wanted to respect Meows. It hits the deck more than the other 2 most times, so.
So this deck can play pretty well through Fua and Perulia. You haven't figured out the Meows lines yet?
Yeah, there's lines. I just haven't found like the best lines of like so the problem with this deck is it depends what you start with. Like your lines change every card that you play. So Fua's not great at all, and Perulia sometimes hurts. Like sometimes you have to give him a normal summon, but if you open a spell card, you just never give him a draw.
Nice.
So the Fua is a little harder because you have the Meows is hard because he wants to come back, this wants to come back, and then like. The Witch reborns one from the grave, and then he summons one from the grave.
Yeah.
So that's like 4 or 5 draws, and that's what gives you the extra bodies to make the links. So.
Yeah. So what'd you end up with in the regional?
I ended up in 2nd place, and like I said, I went 7-0, and then I lost in the finals to a Bestial Fiendsmith deck.
What do you think was the hardest matchup for you?
It's Malice. It's straight up Malice. So yeah, they just banish your cards. So one Malice player, like I said, I just had the Lightning Storm and Bell. The other one, I opened Fusion. I just refused to use it until he summoned White Binder, and then I just chained the Fusion to the White Binder, and you know.
Sweet. Yeah. Awesome. Any shout-outs or anything you want to say?
Shout out to that man over there. He taught me the deck, so he's this true sage of the deck. And then shout out Team Beige. You know, they help me theory sometimes and stuff like that. So
awesome. All right, Tony. Thanks.